Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. If everybody could start taking your seats, please. We're going to start with the closing ceremonies in just a couple of minutes. So if everybody could make their way... Oh, everybody's just quiet really quickly. Wow. If you could just find your seats, we'll start here in just a couple minutes. Good morning. Welcome to the closing ceremonies this morning and graduation ceremonies this afternoon for the 2024-25 school year. I would like to just remind everybody, just like we're in the theater, please, if you have a phone, make sure you put it on mute. Isn't now the time to do that? Also, please be aware we do have live stream going, so you don't need to video every second of this because you'll be able to see it afterwards. So really try and be present. If you are taking photos of your kids, I totally understand, I'll be doing it too. But try not to, block 12 people while you're doing it. And otherwise, enjoy the day. Hopefully everybody understands what's happening this morning will be the internal, sort of the academic awards and the closing awards. And then this afternoon at 1:30, we'll start graduation ceremonies. But right now, I'd ask you all to please stand. Welcome Head of School, Mr. Garth Chalmers, the faculty, and the graduating class of 2025.
Good afternoon. Please remain standing, and I'd like to invite Ms. Jess Beausoleil to the stage to deliver our territorial acknowledgement.
The place in which we gather today in celebration of these incredible young people is situated on the ancestral land of the Kwatsan, Malahak, and Wasanich people. It is important that we acknowledge the Coast Salish people as the original guardians and stewards of this land. As a Métis person born and raised in Ontario, I recognize that I have been a guest here for 10 years and am grateful to be able to call this beautiful island home. As we reflect on this year, or for some of you 5 years, as a culmination of accomplishments, it is important to remember our individual and collective responsibility to continue forward on a path to reconciliation by mindfully taking action that will have a positive ripple effect for years to come.
Thank you, Ms. Beausoleil. Please remain standing, and I invite Carrington Gillespie to come and sing O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Carrington, and please have a seat. Good morning, and welcome to the Campbell Common here on a beautiful, and even though it's a little overcast, I would say it's a beautiful morning on the shores of the Salish Sea. I want to take a moment to welcome all of you to the first closing ceremony of the 2nd century here at Brentwood. So welcome governors, our amazing leaders on our board who dedicate so much to guide Brentwood and ensure its enduring legacy. Welcome families, parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends. Without your support, the over 540 students here today finishing the 2024-25 school year would not have been as successful. Welcome to our staff, with whom any of this would not be possible. You dedicate incredible amounts of time and energy to ensuring we meet what is known as the Brentwood standard in all we do, from feeding us to making sure we have clean clothes, to beautifying the campus, both inside and out, to teaching in our classrooms, on our stage, in the studio, on the fields, in the gym, or any place learning is happening. And to our students, our amazing, hardworking, and dedicated students, I want to welcome you too. You sometimes wear white socks with your black shoes, which I do not get. Or you have to be reminded to take out your earbuds as you walk into the SIL or the arts building. You walk slowly to class, even though it's after 8:15. Or you drop orange peels on the ground. Please know that I admire you and am so glad to have had the chance this year to work alongside you. I hope you'll take a moment to breathe in the amazing sea air, watch for eagles, seals, and other wildlife, while we acknowledge the successes of our students this year and celebrate the coming summer vacation. I can tell you that each and every one of the students here has been challenged and forced to work hard to meet deadlines, join teams, audition for performances, and support their own wellness. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge members of our staff who will be leaving us for other adventures. We have a number of BFAs who are moving on. Gabby Bishizi is headed to MIT to study urban planning. Summer McClellan is taking a year to travel. Yvonne Nikolic will be moving to a teaching position on the mainland in Vancouver. Jan Roth is moving on to pursue his passion for coaching and acting. And Pascal Girard is moving on to pursue a master's and be closer to his partner in California. We have others leaving the school as well. Taylor Goddett has worked in academics and university counseling this year. We will miss her, and she is leaving us after 1 year. Mr. Derek Garside has been driving for Brentwood for 19 years, transporting our students. He's an avid supporter of our teams and cheers for them whenever he is on the road with them. Mr. Colin Robinson is another one of our bus drivers, and he's been here for 9 years, and like Mr. Garside, is a big supporter of the Brentwood teams. Mr. James Mark was with us as a music teacher for 1 year this year and has left, no pun intended, his mark on the strings and winds programs. Miss Amy Staples leaves us after 5 years as our dance instructor. She's traveled with our students and has helped guide them through choreography, competitions, and events, and she's moving on to further her studies. Miss Sally Smith has been with Brentwood for 19 years and has made significant contributions to our theater program with her work on costumes and wardrobes. She was known to drive all over the island to find just the right thing for a character in the musical or the play. Mrs. Sue Schroeder leaves us after 26 years in laundry. Sue's amazing sense of humor and great smile have welcomed students every day. Sue got to know our kids and supported them throughout their careers at Brentwood, and she will be missed. Mr. Stephen Prokopchuk has been at Brentwood for 8 years and has elevated the standard in math. Mr. Prokopchuk leaves us for a teaching assignment in Ohio at a college, and he's looking forward to challenging those young adults the way he's challenged our students here at Brentwood. Miss Julie Miller is leaving after 7 years at Brentwood. I do that every time. We have 2 Julies, Miss Miller and Miss Murray. Miss Miller, you're not leaving. Miss Julie Murray is leaving us after 7 years at Brentwood. I even said to someone, I can't make that mistake, and I did anyways. Miss Murray has played a vital role in the development and ongoing growth of our student wellness program. She's been an advisor to students, my own daughter included, and leader of our Be Well program. Miss Murray is moving on to be deputy head of school at a young independent school in Kimberley and is looking forward to time on the slopes, hiking, other activities, while also helping build their wellness program. Mr. Phil Nunes is retiring after 20 years at Brentwood. Mr. Nunes has played a vital role in leading our music program and supporting various events, including the musical. I had the pleasure to join Mr. Nunes on stage for a performance by the staff band, and I felt really fortunate to have the chance to play with him before he retired. And last, but certainly not least, Mr. Liam Sullivan is leaving us for a leadership position at St. George's in Vancouver, heading to be head of boarding and vice principal of the senior school. Mr. Sullivan has been a fixture at Brentwood for 17 years as teacher, Ellis House parent, basketball coach, and deputy head of student life, among other roles. I've appreciated Mr. Sullivan's deep knowledge of Brentwood, his wisdom, and his sage advice this year. I know Sully will be missed next year, but we wish him all the best as he takes on the new challenge. If we could give a little round of applause for all those people. So welcome. That's what the point of all that was, to welcome you all here. That we're going to let the festivities begin, and it's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker. Karen Peary is the chair of our board. She's an old Brentonian, which is to say she is an alumni, not that she is old, which is an important clarification, and she is an alum of Alex House. Karen's 2 sons also attended Brentwood, in Whittle House, graduating in 2020 and 2022, and Karen's leadership is undeniable and impressive. Karen's commitment to Brentwood cannot be measured, as it is so immense. So welcome, Karen.
Thank you, Mr. Chalmers. In particular, thank you for leaving out my graduation year, even though you gave my son's. But full disclosure, it was 1981. Good morning, families, students, faculty, and staff. On behalf of the Brentwood College Board of Governors, I welcome you all to this special occasion where we celebrate all that has been accomplished this year and all that is to come. I like to begin these remarks that I have had the privilege to deliver for the last number of years by explaining a little bit about our Board of Governors. It is comprised of a dedicated group of people who understand deeply what makes Brentwood the transformative place that it is. This is because each of the governors have experienced Brentwood firsthand as students or parents or grandparents. These are people who love and understand Brentwood College School and are fiercely protective of what makes it special and are passionately committed to the ongoing success and longevity of this amazing place. I'm also tasked by my fellow governors to offer our congratulations to the graduating class of 2025. At a time in history when the world feels fragile and unsettled, we are comforted to know that this bright and committed group of students will be launched into the world today equipped with the lessons of integrity, compassion, and grit that are fundamental parts of a Brentwood College education. I remind the graduating students that as they become old Brentonians today, they continue to be part of the growing Brentwood family, connected to this place and each other for the rest of their lives. You will be distracted by life, but we encourage you to maintain contact with the school, your friends, and your teachers, and to come back to your reunions and other school events whenever you can. The Brentwood family, far and wide, will be there to offer advice, job connections, and community, and I urge you all, as you set out into your next adventures, to fall back on this family whenever you need. This school year represented a time of change. We began with the opening of the Center for Learning and Innovation, which was the culmination of the school's third and last pillar in the previous strategic plan, which was to enhance the student academic experience. Although academic excellence may have been the objective of that building, as an old rower, I am thrilled with the incredible results that came out of that new boathouse this year. Shout out, well done, Brentwood crews. We are now embarking on the creation of the next strategic plan for the next century. Everyone in the Brentwood community has a significant role to play in helping shape the future direction of the school, and the governors hope that you will indulge us by taking the time to participate in the strategic planning process, by completing the surveys, and participating in discussions that will be led by our consultants over the next several months. Your input is crucial to the success of our next strategic plan. Another significant change for Brentwood College this year was the arrival of Mr. Garth Chalmers as the 10th head of school. The governors wish to share our gratitude to Mr. Chalmers for having embraced Brentwood in such a seamless way. It almost seems as if he's been here forever. We look forward to a long headship here for Mr. Chalmers, as has always been the Brentwood way. To all the students today, take pride in what you've achieved this year. Continue to have open minds, be willing to listen, and careful to judge. Be kind and always be curious. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the day.
Thank you, Karen. It's my pleasure to welcome this year's grad class president to the stage. I met Yuto Ame for the first time last summer and was immediately impressed by his energy and excitement for Brentwood. Yuto, could you come to the stage?
Good morning. At the beginning of the year, the grad class set a goal to establish an endowed bursary fund in our name. This would provide financial assistance to a student each year. Not only have we as a class worked towards achieving this goal, but many parents also provided support through the annual giving of donations. I personally would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has helped to support our initiatives. We really do appreciate your consistent commitment to a really deserving cause. I'm proud to say that because of our efforts, our graduation class this year was able to raise $21,787.66. And with parents' donations are nearing $84,600. In total, this year, together with the parents, we raised $106,387. Which means there is now enough for a fund to be endowed, and the funds will be used for financial aid for the 2025-26 school year. What all this means is that as of September 2025, every year a student in the school will receive financial assistance from the class of 2025 fund. Our goal is for the endowed bursary fund to be ongoing. So parents, if you're feeling generous, this runs throughout the summer. This is our legacy at Brentwood as the grad class of 2025, and it is our link to the future Brentonians. The menu in Menem, from hand to hand. Without further ado, on behalf of the class of 2025, I would like to present our check to Mr. McPherson. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuto and Mr. McPherson. As you get to know me, you'll come to recognize how important access to this amazing program and this amazing school is to me. So the contribution from the grad class and all of your families is deeply appreciated. You will also notice there's a QR code that will link you to a summary of the school year. I hope you'll take a moment after the ceremony, because we don't have any phones in here, to look at all that the year brought. As we gather here today on the shores of the Saanich Inlet for our closing ceremony, I want to begin by simply saying thank you. Nearly a year ago, I arrived on campus, and in that year, I felt nothing but warmth and kindness from this amazing community. So thank you to our students, our staff, our families, and every member of the community who has made this year what it has been, both for me as a new member of the community, but also for each one of you, the students. I hope it's been unique, challenging, and engaging. And I also hope that it has been a chance for each of you as students, our students, to grow as individuals. People have asked me throughout the year, how's it going? My response is typically something like, I think it's going well. They haven't asked me to leave yet. I can tell you from my perspective, it has been an incredible year, and I hope the sentiment is shared. People also ask me what it's been like to transition from living in downtown Toronto to the slightly quieter Mill Bay. To that I can say it's been great. I may have grown up and spent most of my life in the city, but the access to the forests, mountains, rivers afforded me and my family living here has been transformative. So when I express my gratitude, I am doing so quite genuinely, and I could not be more thrilled to be here at Brentwood and in Mill Bay. After decades in education, I have found that the spring, and more specifically this time in June, always brings a mix of emotions for me, as I'm sure it does for you. For sure, there's celebration and relief, celebration of upcoming sleep-ins, and time for doing other fun activities, and relief from the rigors of school, assignments, tests, presentations, exams, and all else. However, I also hope there's an opportunity for reflection. Last May, when I attended my first assembly, and then again at the start of the school year, I asked you, our students, to consider your legacy at Brentwood. Well, here we are. It's June. I hope you found some moments to think about your legacy this year and beyond. For those of you who will not be back here in September, I hope you've begun to take steps, even small ones, to form your legacy. For those who are heading off on new adventures, I hope you've had a chance to cement your legacy within your house, on a team, in the arts program, or wherever it is that you feel most connected and most comfortable. Students, I want you to know that I'm immensely proud of each of you. That may sound a little bit corny, but it's true. This year I've watched you play sport and play it well. I've watched you perform. I've viewed your art. This school has so much talent, it's truly remarkable. The second last week of school provides a really great example of just how remarkable it is. Between Wednesday and Sunday of that week, a couple of weeks ago, Brentwood students were involved in 3 fabulous endeavors and accomplishments. On the Wednesday, both our senior boys and senior girls rugby teams began their battles for a provincial championship. On the Thursday and again on the Friday, our musicians performed in the annual Concert for a Summer's Eve. And on the weekend, our rowing club participated in the annual Canadian Secondary School Rowing Association Regatta, or National Championships, in St. Catharines. In rugby, our girls fought hard and won bronze, which is amazing. Yeah. In music, there were over 20 performances from ensembles to solos, many backed up by our amazing house band that included 2 students, Abby and Karis. By the way, you will both be very sadly missed next year. And in rowing, our crew had one of, if not the best performances, winning 10 gold, 2 silver, and the team efficiency awards for both girls and boys at the national championships. It's a feat not previously achieved. Also on that weekend, we hosted the Brentwood Model United Nations. That's in 5 days. I could go on about accomplishments, and we would be here, but we'd be here all weekend, and I know you're itching to get your summer vacations started. So to all our staff, I want to thank you for the work you do, much of which goes unseen. Our Brentwood values are grit and joy, and it's our staff, no matter what the role, who ensure that we stick to these values and ensure that our students experience both. Everyone makes a contribution, and we cannot ignore the value of the small moments you create and how they shape the lives of our students. To our families, I'd like to thank you for entrusting your children or your child or your children to us. A boarding school has a unique and special place in education. Not only do our families entrust us to educate their children, they entrust us to care for them 7 days a week throughout the school year. That trust is critical and so appreciated. Know that we continue to do everything we can to earn and maintain your trust. In a few short hours, you will leave our campus for the summer. I hope you leave knowing you're part of a vibrant, engaged community. I hope you will find ways to stay connected with each other, even if you're many kilometers apart during the summer. And I also hope you are able to celebrate the highlights from the year that's done, and that you can find learning from those moments that feel a little more like lowlights. Take a moment to acknowledge how you have grown and changed this year, and think about setting goals for the summer and next year. So now it's time to get to the good stuff. It's time to celebrate our award recipients and acknowledge the members, all of the members of our community. As I mentioned at the Internal Awards Assembly last week, it's important to celebrate individual successes and hard work. However, not getting an award does not mean your efforts have gone unrecognized or that you're not a valid member of the community. So I hope we will all join me in celebrating our award recipients, and I do wish everyone a happy and amazing summer. So before we get to the awards, we have another speaker. Like Yuto, I met Matson Waring, head prefect, for the first time last summer. I should have known he'd be a strong and organized leader, as he emailed me on my very first day on the job to set up a meeting. I've enjoyed working with Matson all year, and I've loved seeing him compete for Brentwood in hockey, rowing, and soccer. Please welcome Matson to the podium.
So, over the last couple of weeks, as I thought of what to say to you all today, all I could think of was how I could live up to the pastor's speeches and what people will think of my speech. I was lost in a constant cycle of trying to form my own ideas and thinking of using past ideas, but after a couple days of watching past speeches, it finally hit me. It doesn't matter at all what I'd say up here. No one is going to boo me off the stage, and honestly, I can talk about whatever I please. And while I do, all of you are stuck under this tent, whether you like it or not. So get comfortable as I prepare to drop some epic head prefect knowledge on you all. I must say, I don't think I could have had a much smoother landing coming to Brentwood. Having been close with the head prefect of the year before my arrival, my one-night shadow of the school was filled with introductions and waves. Although not realizing it at the time, I landed on what was probably the most influential piece of my Brentwood career, Carter's couch. While attempting to sleep on the concrete-like couch, I met the following year's head prefect, as well as my soon-to-become best friends in Privet. I owe Jacob and Tommy so much for showing me the ropes of not only the indescribable role of head prefect, but also the way of the school and the inner workings of this small bubble. Now, we saw many changes in staffing and the addition of our new building in the last 10 months, and these changes shifted the center of campus, bringing us all closer together. Through the uncertainty of it all, the leadership from the long-standing staff on campus supported every new position and all the students in navigating the changes. And we've all learned so much from your experience, so we thank you. Now, as promised, please brace yourself for some serious head prefect knowledge. My first piece of advice is engage yourself in everything that Brentwood offers. At the start of the year, I spoke to the new students and the orientation assistants before the rest of the school arrived, and I shared one word. That word was engagement. I encouraged everyone to find what engagement meant to them and challenge themselves outside of their comfort zones. Whether people actually heard what I was saying through all the whirlwind of their first week on campus or not, it's been so incredible to see how far every person has come this year. Now, I love to take all the credit for all of their success, but realistically, it's the people on campus that are pushing them out of their comfort zones and encouraging them to take advantage of everything that Brentwood has to offer. It fuels a passion for every student that comes to the school, and it creates an amazing environment to be a part of. If I were to recall my time at Brentwood as a single word, engagement is definitely on the top of my mind. I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to immerse myself in 4 competitive sports in grade 10, and 3 competitive sports, as well as the local hockey team, taking great courses that the school has to offer, and even showing up to robotics competitions whenever I could, which, to be honest, wasn't tons, but wasn't too much I could do to help that. Through the busy schedules and long days, I learned to love the process. Waking up each morning, excited to go and conquer a full day of activities, instills energy that I can't even start to describe. And I hope that each and every one of you can experience that at some point through your Brentwood career. I have to say, I don't think half as much of it would have been possible without Brentwood's fantastic setup on this campus. And we are so lucky to be part of such an opportunity-rich environment. My next piece of advice is to be yourself. People would often ask me to put on performances at assembly that are pretty different than who I am. And I have to say, there were many nights sat pondering on how I can change my persona to meet the requests of the ever so knowledgeable grade 9s. That being said, unfortunately, I was not able to muster up the humor to meet their needs. My time thinking led me to realize that maybe I'm not a comedian, and the contents I have to share on stage aren't the jokes that the grade 9s are looking for. But also, more importantly, I realized that it's okay. Okay not to conform to the standards of other people, and okay to talk about the stuff I want to talk about, because after all, they chose me to be in this position. I'm not any sort of stand-up comedian, so I'm not going to pretend to be, and honestly, it's hard to act like someone you're not. So instead of trying to fit in, focus on being authentic. Find the people who appreciate you for exactly who you are, because at the end of the day, people remember the real you. So cherish every moment left of your time at Brentwood, because for us grade 12s, we only have a few hours left. Now, I know we focus a lot on what we do and how we do it and how it will affect us going forward, but I want everyone to take in the luxury we have on this campus and appreciate every moment like it's your last. I encourage you to appreciate the staff that works so hard behind the scenes to make this machine run, as realistically, they don't get the recognition they deserve for all their dedication. Over my 3 years at Brentwood, I've been so fortunate to become closer to some of our kitchen staff, and I know many other students can say the same thing. Our kitchen staff, like Insuk and Gisela, are there almost every day to support all of us for our meals. Their care and kindness for us brightens up every moment of dining in Crooks, and we'd like to thank them tremendously. It really goes to show how much of a family Brentwood is, and the lifelong connections we make in the boarding houses, during class, or even in Crooks Hall. I encourage you all to be grateful for these relationships, as they help us build our character and get through our journey. A journey that doesn't always consist of vibrant relationships and smiles. Embrace the ups and downs, as the downs define who we are when things get tough, and the good times remind us of how good we have it and how hard we've worked. With that being said, I want to express how grateful I am to be appointed as head prefect this past year. It's the people in this community that make up the culture of the school, and I couldn't be more proud of everything the school has done and how we as a whole carry ourselves. For the grade 8s, your time in the basement of Killy Theatre has come to a close, and life as a real Brentwood student is in your near future. Grade 9s, your departure away from Meta, although sad, is of due time, and next year will bring lots more opportunity, along with something new called responsibility on campus in your houses. Grade 10s, you're approaching what will be an actual role in the school, stepping into senior activities in what most say is the most important academic year of high school. Do remember to enjoy the process and have fun along the way. Just not too much fun, as we need somebody to cover duty when all the 12s start to slack off. Grade 11s, in a few hours, the torch will be passed to you. All of the prefect training, be well learning, and experience at the school will rise up and allow you all to be great leaders of the school next year. 12s, doesn't feel quite right to say it, but we've made it to our last day as Brentwood students. All the homework, the sign-ins, the wake-ups, the duty, it's all a thing of the past. So let's enjoy the couple days we have left together and make a lot of memories. Well, make some. I want to take some time to thank the people who have shaped us into the amazing leaders and people we have become. Firstly, Mr. Chalmers, it really isn't an easy thing to come into the tight-knit community of Brentwood like you have. Your warm presence and ability to nurture the little things goes a long way. You've supported the SEC even when you too were just learning the ropes, and it's been truly inspiring. To my teachers and coaches, I know my attendance from activity to activity hasn't been superb, but I think the fact that my class and activity absence emails go out to very many of you across all sides of campus is probably a good thing. You've all mentored me into the person I am today, and I like to say that we've had a pretty good time along the way. Teammates, thank you for all your dedication and passion over the last 3 years. I may have been to a few less practices and games than you guys, but I thank you for putting up with my absence and making my high school sports career everything I dreamed of. To Noof, Walensky, and the Privet Duty staff, thank you for everything you've done for not only me, but the house over my last 3 years as a privateer. Thank you for unlocking the doors on the godly hours of the night so I could sleep in warmth after late nights of hockey, and for putting up with Kevin, Peter, Marcus, and I's ruckus. To Kevin, Peter, and Marcus, thank you for all the ruckus. Walking into our room in grade 10 to be met with smiles and helping hands was a moment I'll never forget. You brought me along to lunch, to sports, and everything else that was on campus, and I have to say that I seriously wouldn't be in the position I am today if it weren't for you guys. To Caitlin, thank you for being my guiding light. Your support, kindness, and love means so much to me, and I can't thank you enough. To my siblings, Hannah and Nate, you guys are what get me through. I've learned so much from both of you, and our little time spent together on the breaks at lineup are worth more than you could ever imagine, and I'm so proud to be alongside both of you in our journey. To Mom and Dad, I don't have enough words or money to describe the debt I owe you for everything you've done. The hours spent driving me around BC for different hockey games and different sports is too many to count. Mom, I really hope my lack of phone calls hasn't caused you to pull out too much hair. And Dad, I think it's safe to say the gas bill will finally be coming down a bit. Not too much, but a bit. Thank you for letting me come to Brentwood for the best 3 years of my life. I love you so much. Finally, to Brentwood, thank you for the best 3 years of my life. None of this is possible without every one of you sat before me today. Your support, energy, and love for the school is contagious, and I thank you for sharing this incredible chapter of this journey through life.
Thank you, Matson. And if you want to see him playing some hockey, he's going to be playing for Nanaimo next year, so we're excited about that. Not too far away. It is now my honor to welcome and pass the microphone over to Mrs. Claire Allen, Deputy Head of Academics, and for the Academic and Heads Awards. Please welcome Mrs. Allen to the stage.
Okay, we get to the good stuff. This morning we gather to celebrate the achievements of our students across the arts, athletics, and academics, as well as their roles as engaged citizens inside and outside the classroom. To our students, your dedication and hard work have not only fueled your own growth, but have also shaped and strengthened our school community. As we celebrate your accomplishments, We recognize the creativity, perseverance, and excellence that you've demonstrated, your grit and your joy. Thank you for making this year a truly memorable chapter in the Brentwood story. Last week, we acknowledged the accomplishments of the students who earned colors, service awards, and triple colors. The names of all award winners, including those from last week's ceremonies and today, will be in the next edition of The Torch, which will be sent to you electronically, as well as the next edition of the Brentonian magazine. For today's Subject and Heads Awards winners, students will be called up in groups to wait their turn to be recognized for their academic, arts, and athletic achievements. The awards will be presented in alphabetical order. Students, when your name is called, please come to the side of the stage by Mr. McPherson. Wait to receive your award. After receiving it, you're going to go across this way and out to in front of the grade 8 classroom for a group picture of the grade award winners. Then please return to your seat. We're going to begin with the grade 8 prizes. Before handing them out, grade 8s, can I get you to stand? I'd like to acknowledge our grade 8 class. Thank you, grade 8s. I'll call the winners to the stage where Mr. Thompson, our grade 8 physical education teacher, will present them with their prizes. Then the students will shake Mr. Chalmers' hand. Please hold your applause until we finish with the whole group. Would the following students please make their way to the side of the stage? Nick Clark, Zoe Hilliard, Hannah Hoy, Gabby MacArthur, Leah Lee, and Phoebe Smith. Okay. The grade 8 class has been an energetic group this year, whether playing spike ball or football on Campbell Common or doing homework, aka video games, in the Foot Center, or delivering fantastic performances in Honk Junior. They embraced every opportunity Brentwood presented them. Our grade 8 subject prize winners are Nick Clark, Arts 8, Zoe at the end. Zoe Hilliard, Immersion French and Social Studies 8. Hannah Hoy, French 8, Math 8, and a Heads Academic Award. Leah Lee, English 8. Gabby MacArthur, Science 8, and a Heads Academic Award. Phoebe Smith, Physical Education 8. Now, congratulations to all our grade 8 winners. Grades 9 through 12, you're going to have to move off the stage. There are too many of you. So as you get your award, please move off this way and wait in front of the grade 8 classroom to have your picture taken. I'd like to thank Mr. Thompson and ask Ms. Yang, our Mandarin teacher and a departing BFA, to come and assist Mr. Chalmers as we continue with the grade 9 class. Before we announce these award winners, grade 9s, can you please stand, and we would like to acknowledge your work this year. Would the following grade 9 students please make their way to the side of the stage? Eloise Anderton, Meredith Berry, Libby Code, Katie Eels, Kayla Harvey, Intuch Camon-Lavara, Giselle McDonald, Amelie Merker, Ellie Reddick, Alexandra Thompson, Connor Thompson, Bruce Tsai, Cormac Wismer, and Longan Wu. Grade 9. It's a year of new beginnings, a time of exploration, growth, and probably the occasional reminder you're still at the bottom of the hierarchy. For our grade 9s this year, it was a whirlwind of grit and joy. They built cardboard boats, many of which sank spectacularly. They built catapults, they built character, and most importantly, They built lasting memories and meaningful friendships. It's been a year of learning, laughter, and becoming for our grade 9s. Our grade 9 winners: Eloise Anderton, Heads Arts Award. Meredith Berry, Heads Arts Award. Libby Code, French 9, Metamorphosis 9, English 9, and a Heads Academic Award, as well as a Heads Athletic Award. Go Libby. Katie Eels, Metamorphosis 9. Kayla Harvey, French 10. Intuch Kamon Levara, Heads Academics Award, Heads Arts Award. Giselle McDonald, Heads Arts Award. Amelie Merker, Beginner Mandarin. Ellie Reddick, Math 9. Alexandra Thompson, Metamorphosis 9. Connor Thompson, Immersion French 9. Bruce Tsai, Spanish 9. Cormac Wismer, Heads Athletics Award. And Longan Wu, the Hugh Brackenbury Plate for Math. In addition to these subject award winners, some students will see their names in the final program as runners-up. Some grade 9 runners-up include Mika Elon Bendov, Henry Falk, and Annette Hollera. Congratulations to all our grade 9 winners. Thank you to Ms. Young, and I call Mr. Gerard up, who is moving on from Privet House and the math department at the end of the year, and he'll assist with the presentation of the grade 10 awards. Grade 10, can you stand? Congratulations on a great year. I'd like to ask the following grade 10 students to make their way to the side of the stage. There's a few. Bowen Calder, Emily Gage, Sierra Goldberg-Goris, Yoshino Kobayashi, Orion Lefebvre, Sihu Lee, Liam Malpass, Arnie Marasek, Caden McGregor, Sebastian Muhlman, Oliver Mottershead, Nirav Nayak, Srenya Nayak, Miyabi Siato, Rachel Shen, T. Tamrang Nawawasat, Juliana Vilhena, Kiona Williams, Esther Wu, and Isa Yoshizawa. So while they make their way, grade 10 often comes as a bit of a surprise. It's a bit more demanding than grade 9, but not yet the academic mountain of grade 11. Still, it's a year full of opportunities for growth. It's the ideal time to sharpen those study skills, navigate time management, and maybe learn the value of asking for help. During the recent Extend Days, many grade 10s pushed themselves beyond their comfort zones, trying new experiences that stretched and inspired them. Hopefully, they made the kinds of memories that will be remembered and retold for years. All right, our grade 10 award winners. Bowen Calder, Social Studies 10 and Earth Science 11. Sierra Goldberg-Goris, Heads Athletic Award. Emily Gage, Heads Academics Award. Yoshino Kobayashi, Mandarin 10. Sihu Lee, Heads Arts Award. Orion Lefebvre, Heads Athletics Award. Liam Malpass, Heads Athletics Award. Arnie Marasek, Heads Arts Award, Heads Athletics Award. Caden McGregor, Introduction to Business 11. Sebastian Muhlman, English 10. Oliver Mottershead, Spanish 10 and Coding with Python 11. Nirav Nayak, AP United States History 12. Srenya Nayak, Life Science 11, Mandarin 12, Heads Arts Award, and a Heads Athletics Award. Miyabi Siato, Math 10. Rochelle Shen, AP Seminar 11. T. Tamrang Nawa Swat, Science 10, Pre-Calculus 11, Heads Academics Award, and a Heads Athletic Award. Juliana Vilhena, Design 11. Kiona Williams, Heads Athletics Award. Esther Wu, Heads Arts Award. Isa Yoshizawa also earned the Physics 11 Award, which we will send to her or present in the fall. As with other grades, some grade 10 winners will see their names as runner-up. These include Tom Bauman, Will Cooper, Nick Cow, Arthur Mueller-Rue, Zhao Lim, and Ivana Yang. Congratulations to our grade 10 winners. I'll now turn things over to Mr. Wardrop to announce the grade 11 and grade 12 winners.
Thank you, Mrs. Allen and Mr. Gerard. I would like to call Mr. Neufeld, our new Deputy Head of Campus Life, to the stage to assist with the presentation of grade 11 awards, which I will have to divide into two groups. Grade 11s, wherever you are, please stand so we can recognize you for all your work this year. Okay, now, would the following students please make their way to the side of the stage? Lizzie Alford, Kathleen Brophy, Max Capern, Chloe Dorward, Julian Giles, Damon Gill, Carrington Gillespie, Raven Husband, Ainsley Lamont, Hannah Lawson. Well, grade 11s, congratulations on reaching senior status. With this milestone, you'll come with a lot of new exciting perks like a lot harder courses, a lot less free time, and the thrill of seriously reflecting on life beyond high school, which, spoiler alert, mainly involves realizing that your teachers and parents were right about pretty much everything. You'll also begin to take on the responsibilities, enjoy the privileges of prefectship, stepping into visible leadership roles within our community. This means you'll be leading by example, upholding traditions, and occasionally being the grown-up in the room when the actual grown-ups are busy. The first group of grade 11s we'd like to acknowledge today are Lizzie Alford, Marine Science 11, Kathleen Brophy, Mandarin 11, Heads Academics Award, Max Capern, Foundations of Math 12, Political Studies 12, Chloe Dorward, Chemistry 11, Physical Geography 12, Julian Giles, Heads Arts Award, Damon Gill, Heads Athletics Award, Carrington Gillespie, Heads Arts Award. I have three more. Raven Husband, English 11, Heads Academics Award. Ainsley Lamont, Heads Academics Award. Hannah Lawson, Beginner French. Congratulations to these grade 11 students. Okay, would the following grade 11s make their way to the side of the stage? William Lee, Kartik Malik, Kate Martin, Jade Morton, Aurelia Pulse, Nita Chio, Layla Reynolds, Nimrit Sarao, Anna Shoji, and Jimmy Shong. So, our grade 11 class, as with other grades, has been enriched by the presence of our exchange students. They arrived with fresh perspectives, vibrant energy, and a unique spirit that quickly became an integral part of our community. Through their curiosity and engagement, they've helped broaden our worldview and strengthen the bonds within our school. As they prepare to return home, we will miss them, but we are thankful for the friendships they built, the memories they've created, and the lasting impact they've made. Thank you to our one-year wonders, as we like to call them, for being part of our Brentwood family. So our next group of grade 11 recipients are William Lee, Financial Accounting 12, AP Macroeconomics 12, Heads Academics Award. Kartik Malik, AP World History. Kate Martin, Spanish 11. Jade Morton, Social Justice 12. Aurelia Pulse, French 12. Nita Chiu, AP Research 12. Layla Reynolds, French 11, Contemporary Indigenous Studies 12. Nimrit Sarao, Law Studies 12, which is the Harris and Company Scholarship. Anna Soji, Economics 12. And Jimmy Shong, Heads Arts Award. Before I'm moving on to the 12s, we'd like to acknowledge the grade 11 runners-ups who, the grade 11 students who are named runner-up. They are Kong Cho, Chad Monroe, Finn Fries, Grady Norris, Matthew Hillhouse, Ella Odegaard, Lucas Kazolias, Alicia Padwarden, Mimi Klopfer, and Logan Twist Dunnigan. Congratulations to all of our grade 11 winners. Thank you, Mr. Neufeld. We'll now recognize our grade 12 award recipients, and I call Mr. Sullivan, who is leaving Brentwood at the end of the year, to the stage to assist. All right, grade 12, it's time for you to stand, and let's give these students a huge round of applause for their leadership, guidance this year. Okay, that's enough. I'll get lots more later. Would the following students please make their way to the side of the stage? Again, this is going to be two groups. Sophie Albanati, Ryan Argument, Un Asavarak, Edel Bertelson, Julian Bishop, Brian Blanco, Lavina Bruzzoni, Beatrice Bryden, Karis Carson, Megan Cheng, Abby Clark, Bina DeCenzo, Jay Doler, Sarah Dukovich, Sierra Edstrand, Sydney Goodall, Liam Howe, Abby Kim, Myra Lee, Annie Lee, Mina Lockhart, Dara Miao, and Ruby McDougald. So our grade 12 class is a truly remarkable group. Over the past year, they've excelled in AP courses, navigated the challenges of post-secondary applications, and dedicated time to planning their futures with care and purpose. Beyond academics, they've served as leaders and mentors to younger students, contributed to our community through their responsibilities in the dining hall and their houses, and proudly represented the school in provincial and national athletics. Their artistic talents have also shone brightly, captivating us through powerful musical performances and stunning visual arts exhibition. First group of winners are Sophie Albanati, Heads Arts Award, Ryan Argument, Human Geography 12, Un Ashavarak, Heads Academics Award, Ella Bertelson, Creative Writing 12, AP Psychology 12. Julian Bishop, Heads Athletics Award. Brian Blanco, AP Computer Science 12, Heads Academics Award. Lavina Bruzzoni, Spanish 12. Beatrice Bryden, AP Environmental Science 12. Karis Carson, Heads Academics Award, Heads Arts Award. Megan Chang, Heads Academics Award. Abby Clark, Entrepreneurship 12. Bina DeCenzo, Heads Arts Award. Jay Doler, Judith Mason Award for AP Studio Art, Heads Academics Award, Heads Arts Award. Sarah Dukovic, Heads Arts Award. Sierra Edstrand, Heads Athletics Award. Sydney Goodall, the Rami Award for Engineering. Liam Howe, Heads Athletics Award. Abby Kim, Heads Arts Award. Myra Lee, Heads Arts Award. Annie Lee, Heads Academics Award. Mina Lockhart, Heads Arts Award. Dara Mio, Heads Academics Award. Ruby McDougall, Heads Athletics Award. Please congratulate this first group of 12. Okay, the next group to come to the side of the stage is Jasper Mottershead, Shinsuke Nakatani, Wilfer Neufeld Handley, Jaden Ing, Pearl Norman Brown, Luke O'Connor, Kevin O, Naomi Onasanya, Lilia Parham, Stella Pollock, Charlie Rawa Knighton, Evan Rosser, Angel Savannah Gowder, Asha Skocking, Ava Skocking, Grace Stiegel, Maria Sishikova, Piang Tur Pin Tamrung Nawasawat, Caitlin Tuck, Rowan Van Dender, Matson Waring, Ella Wendhart, Kyle Ewan. As Nelson Mandela reminded us, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. At Brentwood, our faculty truly believes that some of the most meaningful learning and the most lasting memories happen beyond the classroom. As our grade 12 students prepare to take their next steps in life, we hope that alongside their academic discoveries, their experiences and lessons gained on field, stages, service trips, and quiet moments with friends will also carry forward with them, shaping the people they're becoming. Our final group of grade 12 winners start with Jasper Mottershead, AP Computer Science Principles 12. Shinsuke Nakatani, the Bruce Tate Award for Physics, Heads Academics Award. Wilbur Neufeld Handley, Heads Arts Award. Jaden Ing, Chemistry 12. Pearl Norman Brown, the Ruth Bull Prize for Literature Studies 12 and Heads Academics Award. Luke O'Connor, AP Comparative Government and Politics 12. Those things are really hard to hang on to. Kevin O, Advanced Topics in Math 12. Naomi Onasanya, Heads Arts Award. Lilia Parham, Heads Arts Award. Deep breath. Stella Pollock, Calculus 12, Philosophy, Politics, and Economics 12, AP Microeconomics 12, Heads Academics Award, Heads Arts Award. you. Charlie Rawa Knighton, AP Art History 12. Evan Rosser, Pre-Calculus 12. Angel Savannah Gowder, Heads Arts Award. Asha Skocking, Jerry Pennell's Prize for Anatomy and Physiology 12, Heads Academics Award. Ava Skocking, Heads Arts Award. Grace Stiegel, Heads Arts Award. Maria Sisyakova, Arthur Privet Prize for English 12, Heads Arts Award. Piang Tur Pin, Tamrung Nawasawat, Heads Arts Award. Caitlin Tuck, Nicholas R.B. Prouse Prize for 20th Century World History 12, Heads Arts Award. Rowan Van Dender, Comparative Cultures 12. Matson Waring, Heads Athletics Award. Ella Wenhart, Heads Arts Award, Heads Athletics Award. Kyle Ewan, Heads Academics Award. And the grade 12 students who have not already been mentioned but were runners-up are Angus Cable, Veronica Lamb, Abir Goyal, Ayana Michaud, Trevin Gray, Isabella Piella, Hamish Gullison, Isaac Ryan, Cleo Kessler. Congratulations to all our grade 12. I'd now like to thank Mr. Sullivan for his help and invite him to the podium to introduce the first group of major awards.
Thank you, Mr. Wardrop. We're going to start the major awards with a nostalgic walk down memory lane for me. So nice for me to look out in the audience and see so many familiar faces. I do remember how many years we used to host this at the old Woodward Gym. We've definitely elevated our game, and to be under this tent in this beautiful setting is amazing. We have a new award this year, which is a grade 8 award. So we're going to start our major awards with that new grade 8 award for the grade 8 class. This award is called the Wendy Patel Shield. Wendy came to Brentwood with her family in 2012 and quickly found a place with the grade 8 program. With care, vision, and commitment to student growth, Wendy helped establish and nurture the program as we know it today. What began as a role quickly became a passion project for Wendy. She built it on her belief in the importance of middle school experiences and the creation of a supportive, dynamic learning environment. I was one of those people that we were lucky enough to have Wendy teach my daughter, and I can't thank her enough. So, the Wendy Patel Shield is awarded to a grade 8 student with unquestioned citizenship who consistently demonstrates the school's values of grit and joy. And this year's winner, the first winner of this award, is Hannah Hoy. According to her grade 8 teachers, Hannah is the embodiment of our school's core values of grit, joy, and unwavering citizenship. A true tripartite student, she excels in academics, sports, and the arts with a consistently positive attitude. Hannah approaches every challenge with resilience and a smile, uplifting those around her. We are very proud to recognize Hannah for her outstanding citizenship and for living our values every day. Thank you, Hannah. Now moving on to our grade 9 awards. The Hogan Memorial Shield is awarded to a grade 9 student whose citizenship is unquestionable and whose leadership potential is couched within a positive personality. This year, we have 2 winners, Meredith Berry and Connor Thompson. As they make their way to the stage, a few words from their house parents. Meredith has been an outstanding member of both the Alexandra House and school communities this year. She's always willing to lend a helping hand and did so with a smile on her face. Took on jobs and tasks that received little fanfare or recognition. Meredith's strong moral compass shone through in all that she did, and her ability to stand up for what was right was admirable. Connor has found a way to be both kind to everyone and also hold extremely high standards for himself and the people in his environment. This combination of a high-performance mentality and building positive relationship is setting him up to become a great leader. Congratulations, Meredith and Connor. Our next grade 9 award is the H.J. Davis Trophy, which is awarded to a grade 9 student whose impressive academic effort is complemented by a strong co-curricular contribution. This year's winner, already walked across the stage, is Libby Code. According to her house parents, Libby hit the ground running when she arrived at Brentwood in September, and she did not look back. She's a motivated, talented, and hardworking individual who always gives her best effort to each task she completes, no matter how large or small. Her strength in all areas of her program made her a natural choice for the Davis Trophy. Congratulations, Libby. Now moving on to grade 10. The Brentwood Trophy is awarded to a grade 10 student who demonstrates an outstanding degree of selflessness, indicated by a strong desire to serve the community and the school as a whole. The runner-up for this award is Bowen Calder, and we have 2 winners. Co-winners for this year are Liam Malpass and Srenya Nayak. Liam's house parent speaks of him in this way. Because of his integrity, initiative, and inclusivity, Liam makes Brentwood a place where others choose to be. He accepts challenges without hesitation, and he finds success as a result of his actions, while never failing to bring others along with him. Srenya, she's a committed member of the school and the house. Srenya shows up for her community with courage and positivity, whether she's cheering from the sidelines of an inter-house activity or having a quiet conversation with her roommates. Srenya embodies the spirit of Brentwood. Thank you, and congratulations, you two. The Mackenzie Award honors the superior academic student in the junior school. This year, the runner-up is Rachel Shen, and the winner is T. Thermran Awanawasa. Mr. Snow has these things to say about T. This T stands for talented, tireless, and tenacious. A Triple Colors winner and Heads Award winner, T is also a loyal friend, a great citizen, and an inspiration for the students in Rogers House. Congratulations, T. Moving along to the grade 11s, the Eaton Family Award is presented to a grade 11 student who demonstrates integrity, initiative, and appreciation for the opportunities provided by the Brentwood College tripartite program. The runner-up for this award is Ophelia Kolick, and the co-winners this year are William Lee and Fiona Chan. William's house parents have this to say. A consummate academic, William Lee's ever humble approach to life allows him to thrive just as much as he wishes to and inspires others. On the rare occasion when success does not come naturally to William, he relishes the hard work associated with challenge and change. Fiona is a bright, cheerful individual whose nature belies a tireless work ethic and drive to help others. Fiona was the runner-up for the Hope Service and Citizenship Award and is globally respected in Hope House and the broader Brentwood community. Now, as we move on to the grade 12 trophies, or as some Students would say the preamble to the Inner House Trophy. The Michael Apadowitz Award is presented to a graduate who embodies a courageous spirit of adventure and strong self-belief, demonstrated through a wide range of interests. This year, we have co-winners in Daniel Woodstra and Peter Dryden. Daniel's house parent says this: Daniel possesses what E.B. White calls the vital spark. He has a verve for life that he lives and is always willing to share and shine with others. Wherever he goes, he will go there happily and, more importantly, will create happiness for those around him. Peter, as house captain of Privet House, led with warmth, humility, and strength. He's a dedicated competitor in rugby, rowing, and soccer, and can be counted on to attack all aspects of the Brentwood program, whether a rambunctious house meeting or a polynomial division problem in pre-calc, with a smile and a nod. Thank you to both of you. Kathleen Bryan Memorial Trophy is awarded to a graduate whose response to Brentwood demonstrates that close, meaningful relationships form the basis for personal growth and development. This year, we have co-winners in Yuto Emai and Tegan Kyle. Yuto, you heard him speak earlier, was a passionate individual about leading his 2025 grads to the finish line and ensuring they had great experiences bonding throughout the year. His connections and friends are important to him, and he always shows up with a smile on his face, willing to help. Tegan, a lifer at Brentwood. She's shown grit and joy while navigating a demanding tri-part program. Most recently, in her role as student activities coordinator, she worked alongside her peers to plan and host several events and campus-wide activities, engaging the community in socializing opportunities. Congratulations. The George Killey Award is for the graduate whose aesthetic sensibility inspires others. The runner-up this year is Megan Chang, and the winner is Lilia Parham. Lilia is an Alexandra House lifer who should be so proud of their accomplishments. The pieces of art they crafted were creative, inspiring, and amazing, so it was no surprise that Lilia was named Brentwood's Artist of the Year. The future is bright for Lilia, and I cannot wait to hear about their future successes beyond Brentwood. They will be missed dearly. Congratulations, Lilia. I've been lucky in my 18 years here at the school to see many incredible athletes come our way, but these two are right there amongst the top that I have seen. The Kren Career Memorial Award is presented to a graduate whose athletic endeavors inspire others. And this year we have co-winners, Julian Bishop and Addison Van Oostrom. Julian has grown so much as a young man at Brentwood, whether as house captain, basketball captain, or simply a great friend. Julian has been a leader in Ellis House since he came in grade 9. His unique combination of passion and personality has served him so well in his journey at Brentwood. Addison, since grade 8, has consistently found joy in all athletic endeavors she undertakes at Brentwood. As a long-standing member of the girls' ice hockey and rugby programs, she brought speed and a courageous spirit to every practice and game. Addison's motivation and innate drive to do well are demonstrative of her athletic leadership. Thank you to you two. And the last award for me to present is the Callan Family Award, which is awarded to two graduates who are loyal, enthusiastic, buoyant citizens, caring of the community, and keen to do well, academically, athletically, and artistically. This year we have co-winners, house captains Brian Blanco and Sloan Stanton. Brian is kind and compassionate, always willing to lend a hand and willing to step up to help those in need. He found a way to excel in all aspects of the tripartite program while also caring for himself and those around him. Sloan, as the Alexander House captain, her presence and impact in the boarding community has been immeasurable this year. She was a terrific leader in the house and made every effort to ensure that the experience of each member of the Alexander community was a positive one. Congratulations to you both. Now I'd like to call on Mrs. Allen to finish up and present the last of our major awards. Mrs. Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Just a reminder to our major award winners, I know you and your families will want to take some pictures with all that hardware. Afterwards, if you could please return the major trophies to the grade 8 classroom, that would be fantastic. You don't take those ones home, I'm sorry. Okay, continuing on with our grade 12 awards. The Bruce M. Hicks Public Service Award is given to a student who, through his or her action, has done the most to ameliorate the conditions of disadvantaged individuals or groups. This year's co-winners are Ayana Michaud and Abby Lee. According to Ms. Chung, Abby was a positive ball of energy in her desire to create an inclusive and fun environment in Mackenzie House and made that place and our campus a better place to be. Mrs. Gage describes Abby as a force. A passionate and dedicated BIPOC captain, she worked tirelessly to broaden the club's visibility not only on campus but within our wider community. Ayana's quiet confidence and consistent positivity have made her a steady and uplifting presence in the Brentwood community. Ayana provided thoughtful leadership as Omni captain, balancing advocacy with joy and community. House parent Ms. Hedquist describes her simply and sincerely as just a lovely, lovely human. I know, that's so nice. All right, the Peyton Trophy, awarded to an outstanding citizen in recognition of a strong contribution to both arts and athletics. This year's co-winners are Isaac Kuntz and Ruby Satuski. In addition to his role as assistant head prefect for arts, Isaac made significant contributions to Brentwood's athletic program, playing key roles on both the soccer and rugby teams. His commitment to growth, both as an artist and an athlete, was evident in everything he did. With a true growth mindset, Isaac pushed himself to improve both on the pitch and on the stage. According to her Hope housemates, Ruby is a kind, welcoming, and inclusive presence who brings warmth and positivity to the house. She excelled on the tennis court, and her work with Beat this year has shown dedication and grit. Mr. Ganley reports that from her engaging assembly games to her TED Talk to her leadership at the ISABC Student Sustainability Conference, Ruby has been a creative, industrious, and selfless leader. The Powell Cup. This award recognizes a graduate who demonstrates an outstanding degree of selflessness, as indicated by a strong desire to serve the community and the school as a whole. This year's cup is awarded to co-winners, Addison Chadwick and Kennedy Peterson. With hundreds and hundreds of hours dedicated to enhancing the health and wellness of the Brentwood community, Addison, our Be Well captain, embodies selfless leadership. Ms. Murray shared that she was deeply dedicated to this very demanding and multifaceted role and demonstrated a level of maturity and insight well beyond her years. Kennedy is described as kind, supportive, and dependable. She quietly goes above and beyond for both Brentwood and her house, offering help with schoolwork, mediating tough conversations, and ensuring that everyone feels seen, heard, and cared for. Always smiling, always showing up, always cheering the loudest, Kennedy's leadership has left a lasting mark, and her house parent and the entire Hope community will miss her deeply. The Brentonian Shield is awarded to a graduate who has encouraged a love of scholarship through either personal attitude and achievement or assistance to others. It's no surprise that this year's winner is Stella Pollock. Stella is a proud Alexandra House lifer, and she has displayed her love of learning in every aspect of her work. As assistant head prefect academics, she inspired the school community by leading with curiosity and integrity. While her academic achievements are impressive in their own right, it's Stella's excellence across the tripartite program that truly sets her aside. Stella exemplifies the spirit of a true, well-rounded Brentwood student. Okay, the Andrea Pennells Cup is awarded to a graduate who exemplifies empathy, compassion, and optimism as a global citizen, steward, and leader of integrity. This year's winner is Rowan Van Dender. Rowan led Hope House with confidence, clarity, and an unmistakable presence that earned her the unshakable trust and admiration of every Hopeling. Though her house parent, Miss Hedquist, may never admit to being ever so slightly intimidated by Rowan, she is endlessly grateful for Rowan's honest, forthright, and never-ending communication. Her genuine care for her community have left a lasting mark on Hope House and Brentwood. Congratulations, Rowan. The Mary Brooks Law Award recognizes a graduate who shows promise, strength of character, and personality. This year's award is shared by co-winners, Hamish Gullison and Basma Jama. Described as earnest and steadfast by his house parent, Mr. Snow shared that Hamish has been the quiet force, like an electric engine, powering Rogers House through the year. Hamish leads with humility, offering support to others, pursuing his goals with determination, and carrying himself with grace and kindness. As he trades the orange and black of Rogers for that of Princeton, his housemates could not be prouder of their captain. As Allard House captain, Basma has led with honesty, humility, and quiet confidence, engaging in every conversation, whether with peers or adults, with thoughtfulness, empathy, and maturity. Grounded and consistent across all areas of the tripartite program, Basma has maintained a steady drive and positive spirit. She carries herself with unmistakable grace and authenticity, earning the trust and admiration of those around her. Congratulations. The Holmes Cup is awarded to a graduate whose outstanding citizenship exemplifies care for the school and the wider community. This year's winner is Sophie Hawken. Okay, from the very first day of orientation, Sophie stepped into her role with enthusiasm, warmth, and a genuine desire to serve. Her friendly and supportive nature helped new students feel instantly at home in Mackenzie House, while her bubbly energy, strong organizational skills, and deep love for the house were evident all year long. Whether sharing important messages or leading activities, Sophie was on top of it all. Her leadership, kindness, and unwavering effort have made a lasting impact, one that will be felt in Mackenzie and at Brentwood for years to come. Congratulations. The Bouchard Trophy, affectionately known as the Ducks, it's Latin, I had to look it up, is awarded to the senior school's leading academic student. At Brentwood, this is no easy feat, where just cracking the top 10 requires over 95%, and the top 5 are all over 97%. There is only 0.67% difference between number 5 and number 1. I know. Given all of that, it's probably no surprise that this year's winner is Stella Pollock. I'd like to point out that Stella's effort outside of the classroom was just as impressive as her results. She was always willing to help other students who were in need, whether it was coordinating peer tutors or providing guidance and support herself. I'd also like to thank Stella for her outstanding work with me this year as Assistant Head Prefect Academics. Her insight and thoughtful perspective enriched both our weekly meetings and our casual conversations. Stella, your support and collaboration have been invaluable. Thank you. The T. Gill Bunch Cup recognizes a graduate who displays, in addition to scholastic and artistic excellence, a stability and strength of character, together with a willingness to serve. Given that description, it should come as no surprise that this year's winner is Ella Wenhart. It has been an outstanding year for Ella, whose impact was felt across all areas of school life. As captain of the senior volleyball team, a dynamic performer in Mean Girls, and a key contributor to the success of this tennis team. She led with passion, energy, and a true all-in attitude. Her positivity and presence were unmistakable around campus. In challenging moments, Ella met adversity with grit. In moments of celebration, she brought the joy, often rallying others to join in. Ella truly embodies what it means to lead with both heart and resilience. Congratulations. Okay, we're almost done. The Yarrow Shield is awarded to a graduate who displays, in addition to scholastic and athletic excellence, stability and strength of character, together with a willingness to serve. This year's winner is Ruby McDougall. A Brentwood lifer and selfless leader, Ruby has consistently demonstrated a quiet strength, calm presence, and commitment to her community. She leads with integrity and balance, forging strong connections through friendship and sport. In her role as Assistant Head Prefect for Athletics, Ruby has brought her passion for athletics to the broader school, championing numerous initiatives with enthusiasm and purpose. Her coaches speak of her resilience and character, seen just as clearly in tough losses as in great victories. Ruby's 5 years of service have left a lasting impact at Brentwood. Congratulations. The William T. Ross Trophy is awarded to a graduate who displays outstanding leadership, stability, and strength of character, together with a willingness to serve. This year's winner is Head Prefect Matson Waring. Matson's tenure as head prefect has been defined by quiet confidence, steady leadership, and the occasional quirky remark at assembly. Whether in the classroom, on the water, or the ice, or within the halls of Privet House, he has consistently shown strength of character, leading not with volume, but with integrity and humility. Matson never sought recognition, but his calm presence and unwavering commitment to others made him the anchor many turned to in his house throughout the year. His dedication to creating the best possible experience for those around him has left a meaningful and lasting impression on Brentwood. Congratulations. So there's just one left. It's the one they all really care about. So I'm going to call Mr. Sullivan back to present the Interhouse Cup.
I know all of you think I know the results, and it's a foregone conclusion, but I actually have no clue. So I'm going to call up my trusted sidekick, Miss Tammy Ramsey, up here to give me the information. Please, Tammy, join me on stage. Thank you for all the work that you do on behalf of our students in Interhouse and Grad and SAC. Okay, so I'm doing what the students always do at assembly when they read their things off. Okay, I've been told to do a quick shout out to the winners of our track and field competition, which is one of the most hotly contested competitions of the year. And that competitive house team is Rogers Allard. And Rogers Allard has also managed to come fourth. So good for them. Now, as always, super, super close between the top three houses. And did I just say that? In third place this year, Hope Privet. Which means it comes down to two mighty competitive house teams who have battled for so many years. And in first place is fitting, I think. It's fitting this year.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think it is right, actually.
So strange.
Is Donna Decker here? Oh. For the second year in a row, Mac Ellis. It's a fairly popular award, Mr. Chalmers. And now I'm going to call on Mr. Chalmers to come up and do our other tradition at this time, which is the passing of the torch to next year's SEC.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. So yes, before we wrap up the 2025 closing ceremony, there is one last important task, the passing of the torch, de manu in manum. The tradition at Brentwood is to announce next year's student leadership team, known as the SEC, today on the last day of school, and for the current leaders to pass along the tools or the torch of the job. So I'd first like to invite up this year's members of the SEC. And bring your tools. While they join us on stage, I'd like to take a moment to thank this year's SEC team for their work throughout the year. Mr. Allen, Mr. Sullivan, and I are grateful for your hard work and leadership of our students. On Monday, we had a chance to have a year-end dinner, and I was thrilled to see the joy that you clearly felt in being together as peers and friends. At Brentwood, we adhere to a set of expectations of our leaders, referred to as the Brentwood 8. They are to be humble, authentic, balanced, optimistic, a team, a servant leader, resilient, and engaged. This year's SEC embraced these expectations, and we hope next year's will as well. Our SEC is made up of 18 positions. The head prefect, along with 3 assistant head prefects, academics, arts, and athletics, 8 house captains, and 6 ex officio members, BEAT, SAC, BWell, Omni, Graduation Committee, and BIPOC. In April, we began the process of selecting the 2025-26 SEC. The students applied, and then we polled the staff and students regarding who they believed from the applicant pool were the most suited for each position. Based on that poll, the selection of our SEC has been made. I will announce each position, starting with the clubs, then the houses, and finally the assistant and head prefect positions. Before I do that, I want to remind you that this is the final portion of our closing, and I think the award winners are supposed to gather for a photo. Is that correct? Perfect. In front of the arts, yes. So everyone who won awards, please gather in front of the arts for a photo. Also, lunch will be for grade 8 to 11 by the foot, and the grad luncheon will be for students and families in Crooks. This afternoon's grad will start promptly at 1:15. Guests, please be seated by around 1:10, and grads, please meet in the basement of Crooks to get your caps and gowns by 12:45. Now, finally, our newest SEC members. Beat captain, Layla Reynolds. BIPOC captain, Kartik Malik. Well done. BWell captain, Zoe Gage. SAC captain, Anhad Seth. Grad president, Sahir Toliani. Omni captain, Ashley Moyo. We are now moving on to the houses. This is in no particular order, but we're going to start with Hope House, where Lily Anderson will take over. Next up, Ellis House, William Lee. Rogers House will be led by Ben Akindipe. Alex House will be led by Chloe Dord. Whittle House will be led by Bertie Martin. Privet House will be led by Archie Baldwin. Mac House will be led by Lisa Dolgova. And last but certainly not least, Allard House will be led by Kate Watt. And we're down to the last four. Assistant Head Prefect for Academics will be Alicia Patwardhan. The Assistant Head Prefect for Arts will be Carrington Gillespie. The Assistant Head Prefect for Athletics will be Jackson Lust. And again, last but not least, our head prefect role, someone I work quite closely with all the time, will be Zane Fiebke. So they can all look forward to an email from me in the summer to have a meeting so we can get things started for next year, which seems kind of crazy on the last day, but we will. Again, a reminder that all major award winners should go, and both old and new SEC need to meet outside the arts for photos. I would like to thank you all once again for an amazing first year at Brentwood. I'm excited to see where the journey will lead us, and I'm glad to be taking it with all of you. I hope you all have a fabulous summer. I believe that's where we wrap up for the morning.